is Hound Dog Steve Clark reporting on a medicinal tonic. And now there's no medical claims going on here. This is all anecdotal. This is from my own observation. But it does come from this book here, Folk Medicine. And this is the Vermont Medicine by the country doctor. It's a New England Almanac of Natural Health and Care from a noted Vermont country doctor, D.C. Jarvis, MD. And it is a great little book. In here it will go through your body types, whether you're heavy set or slightly thinner, whether you are dark complexion or light complexion. It goes into many different aspects of health, alkalinity, acidity, and there are also many recipes for Vermont medicine. And I'm going to show you the ingredients of Vermont medicine in a second. But the reason that you might want to take this is because people in North America are chronically low in iodine. And again, I'm going to go over to the computer and I'm going to show you a couple of articles, one by the Center for Disease Control that tells you that we're low in iodine in North America. And iodine is hugely important with the thyroid gland. And hyperthyroid or hypothyroidism is often caused by a lack of iodine. And of course, with people on salt-restricted diets, they're just not getting enough iodine in their body. And of course, those of you who live inland, basically we don't get enough seaweed or seafood to make up the iodine shortage. Okay, so here we are, the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. So this is a .gov put out there, so we're hoping that we can trust the information in here. But it says iodine levels border on insufficiency in women of childbearing age. Okay, so this is the iodine status in young women 20 to 39 years of age. This group had iodine levels that were just above iodine insufficiency. Okay, iodine deficiency disorders include mental retardation, hypothyroidism, goiter, cretinism, and varying degrees of other growth and development abnormalities. Iodine is especially important in women during childbearing years to ensure the best possible brain development of the fetus during pregnancy. Okay, so here are two articles that show you, I'm assuming that men, because they're eating basically the same diet as their wives or their female counterparts, have obviously got to be in the same kind of situation. So very important to get your iodine. Now, I've been taking Vermont medicine for about 2 years now. Now, of course, again, I'm saying this is not a health claim. This is anecdotal. But I don't know if you look closely at my fingers there. I was getting calcium bumps or arthritis beginning on these fingers. I use them a lot and they sure get hammered in the course of my business and daily work. And you know, I've noticed these bumps are no longer painful when I rub them. I can completely make a fist and open up again. I was finding I was having difficulty doing this kind of a movement, and of course because I play guitar and I cut hair, these 10 little digits here are hugely important in my life. So to feel that the arthritis is leaving my joints is absolutely incredible. My general health is excellent. I have no shortness of breath. I have no trouble getting up for work in the morning, and by the way, I'm 63 years old. I just found out the other day I have another 13 years to run on my mortgage, so I will be working till at least 76 years old, and possibly beyond that. So I really do want to focus on my health. Now, another little thing. For all of you people out there with floaters in your eyes, I had an operation on my left eye for a retinal detachment, and of course that did some damage to the inside of the eye. And my right eye has got a couple little floaters in it. These are bits of debris and skin that float down inside the eye, and if you have floaters, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I can tell you, in the 2 years I've been taking Vermont Medicine, that the floaters have started to dissolve. Okay, I am no longer noticing them as I did. They don't drift across my eyesight as they did as little pieces. They're almost transparent. They've gone from a sort of blackish colour to almost a sort of pale brown. I mean, they weren't hugely bad, but again, if you have floaters, you know how frustrating they are. So I am thinking that this Vermont Medicine has changed that aspect of my body. How it does this, I have no idea. I can't explain it. All I can say is, I'm sure you've seen people with, you know, when you get like a burst blood vessel in your eye and it all turns red and it looks just like horrible. It's like someone just poked you in the eye with a stick. Where does that blood go to? You know, all of a sudden, somehow the eye seals off that little blood vessel that burst, and the blood just disappears. It gets reabsorbed into the system somehow. How it does that, I don't know, but the body does that. The body is a self-healing unit, just as we scab up and scar up after cuts and scratches. I'm absolutely convinced that the body, every part of your body, is doing exactly the same thing. It's trying to heal itself. So what else have I noticed? I notice when I work I don't get sore or stiff. I belong to the Kawartha Recreational Hikers, and although I haven't been on a hike since we got into wintertime, I have done some snowshoeing. But I was walking with these mostly women. There were some other men, but mostly women who were in their 50s, and we would do a 12-kilometer hike around the Kenry conservation area, and that would take us a little over 2 hours. And this is across pretty rough terrain. This is uphill, down dale, tripping on stumps and roots and all of this kind of stuff. And of course, as you know, I work in my garden all during the summertime. So basically my regime is I get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I get ready for work. I arrive for work at 8:30. I work through till 4 in the afternoon. Then I come home and I start work in the house, whether it is repairing something, or going in the garden, or cooking, or cleaning, on the computer. I commonly don't go to bed till 11:30 in the evening. So I'd say I'm a pretty energetic kind of personality, and again, I think that the Lugol's iodine is working for me. Again, I'm not making any recommendations, I'm not making any health claims. This is all anecdotal. I'm not a doctor. This is purely and simply observations that I've made over the last 2 years, because I do cook all my own food at home. I do eat out some, but you know, I try and keep to vegetarian, vegan, you know, decent restaurants where you're not going to get that greasy kind of fried stuff going on. But my diet is so regular, by and large, that I can tell when I change something if it has an effect. And just a little rule of thumb, you know, I find if I eat some food, okay, and about 20 minutes later my stomach is feeling a little queasy, that is my body telling me that I should not be eating that food. And so anyway, this is very simple to make up, and I'm going to turn the camera down to the ingredients so that you can get a good look, and I will introduce them, and then you'll know how to make Vermont Medicine. Okay, so here it is. Here we have, this is unpasteurized honey that I get from the health food store. This is my vinegar shaker. It says it's fish and chip vinegar, but actually it is apple cider vinegar, Now one of the things that you're going to see all that the leaves down in the bottom, the dregs, you always get this with organic cider. It's just the way it is fermented, and so don't worry about that, it'll sink to the bottom, and I usually just check out that last little bit. Here is a larger bottle. This happens to be Phil Singer's, but I just try and get some any organic apple cider vinegar. Okay, now this is probably the most important ingredient. This is Lugol's iodine. Okay, so this is iodine and iodide together, and very important ingredient. As I say, we're all a little bit low in iodine in North America, and especially women. Women seem to be far more affected by thyroid issues than men do. Now I will say this, that if there are any people who are listening to this and they're already taking a thyroid medication, I would not recommend that you try taking this unless you've consulted with your doctor and made sure that this is not going to affect your medication, because I know people who are on thyroid medication, and I know one woman, oh my God, she was on thyroid medication. She was visiting her family in Nova Scotia, and she ran out of medication, and so she came off basically cold turkey, and her body went into a meltdown. You just cannot believe what your thyroid controls. It's a very, very, very important organ. Okay, so a little bottle like this cost me about $10 at the pharmacy, and then I transferred it into a bottle, you know, with a little dropper in there. Okay, so it makes it easy to dispense. So into this glass you are going to put 2 teaspoonfuls of apple cider vinegar, 1 teaspoonful of honey, the Lugol's iodine. If you are over 150 pounds, you will take 2 drops of Lugol's iodine, and if you are under 150 pounds, you will take 1 drop of Lugol's iodine. So you'll put all of these things together in this glass, and then I would fill up to about halfway with water, and basically it tastes like apple juice, sweetened apple juice. You'll catch the honey overtone. Anyways, basically the apple cider vinegar slightly gives your system a bit of an acid wash, and the Lugol's iodine replaces the iodine in your body that you need, and the honey of course gives you potassium. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take this once a day. I usually take it at lunchtime. I have it with my meal, and I will sip that drink as I'm eating my meal. And usually, well, I get Thursday afternoons off work, Sunday and Monday. Okay, so I don't do this on Thursday, Sunday or Monday. So I'm only doing this 4 days a week. So I always figure that if I am taking a little too much on those 2.5 days I'm not taking it, I figure my body will just absorb any excess in the system. And anyway, I would highly recommend that you buy this book. It's in paperback, it's also in hardcover. This cost me, what does it say on here, $8.99, $9 from any Canadian bookstore. The hardcover is a little bit more expensive, and maybe it contains a little bit more, but this will get you going. And you know, like I say, for $9, I'd say that's cheap at the price. But read through this. Okay, it will give you many different recipes. There are recipes for sleeplessness, there are recipes for nervousness, there are recipes for the expectant mother. There is a lot of information in this little book. Okay, so this is a little tonic I've been taking for 2 years. I've got nothing but good to say about it, and Well, if you like this video and you think that this is an okay thing to do, get the book and try it yourself, and take care of your health at home, the inexpensive way. I'm not a big fan of drugs of any kind, and so yeah, this for me is the way I like to do my business. Well, this is Hound Dog Steve signing off, and I hope you have a great week coming up. Please like and subscribe below, and yeah, do your body a favour. Good night.